According to a report from the Institute for the Study of War, ISWW, Russia is determined to secure a decisive victory in Ukraine by 2026. The report, citing the Ukrainian Main Military Intelligence Directorate, GUR, highlights that Russian President Vladimir Putin sees 2025 as a pivotal year in the conflict. Russian forces face growing economic and military constraints that could impact their ability to continue the war effort, according to ISW's assessment. The ISW report further outlines comments from GUR head Lieutenant General Kirilo Budanov, who stressed that Russia anticipates an increasingly challenging socio-political and economic situation by mid-2025. Russia's recruitment efforts are already facing significant hurdles, with fewer volunteers signing up for military contracts. ISW's report notes that this difficulty is reflected in the increasing one-time payments to Russian contract soldiers, indicating mounting costs to sustain personnel numbers. The ISWW report also emphasized the psychological impact of Ukraine's incursions into Russian territory, specifically mentioning the Ukrainian attack on Kursk Oblast. This has reportedly demoralized Russian citizens and undermined the public's belief in Russia's invincibility, which could contribute to further military recruitment issues. The ISW report suggests that mounting internal pressures might force President Putin to make a tough decision, either launching another controversial mobilization or reducing the intensity of military operations. However, the report suggests that Putin remains hesitant to announce another round of mobilization out of fear of domestic unrest. ISW indicates that the Kremlin is unlikely to accept a reduction in military operations given its strategic need to maintain momentum in Ukraine. ISW's analysis also points out that Russia is increasingly relying on foreign partners such as Iran, North Korea, and China for military supplies. The report notes that North Korea's supply of artillery shells to Russia has played a pivotal role in maintaining Russian artillery firepower in Ukraine, allowing them to keep the tempo of operations. The report from ISW highlights how Russia's military is becoming more dependent on outdated Soviet-era weaponry, which may not be sustainable in the long term. ISW notes that labor shortages and Western sanctions are adding to Russia's production challenges, further complicating efforts to replenish depleted stockpiles of military equipment. The ISW report further acknowledges that Russia's deepening military partnerships with North Korea and other allies are key to sustaining its war effort. North Korea has provided Russia with millions of artillery shells, which have helped offset Russia's shortages and allowed it to maintain an artillery advantage over Ukraine. In conclusion, ISW's assessment underscores that President Putin faces a critical juncture in the coming years as Russia grapples with the growing strains of its war in Ukraine.